What's up, Guardians? Profane here. Thanks for checking out the video. With Arc 3.0 just over a month away, I wanted to go over some of the weapons and armor that will make the biggest impact with Arc 3.0 builds in Season 18. Before we get started, if you enjoy the video and find it helpful, then please be sure to help support the channel below with a like and subscribe if it's your first time visiting. Like its predecessors, Arc 3.0 will make some significant changes to the core functionality and aesthetics of Arc, and should vastly improve the mechanics, the performance, and the playstyle when Arc 3.0 releases on August 23rd. And just like we saw with Solar and Void 3.0 builds, there are some really standout exotics already in the game that will synergize perfectly with Arc 3.0. In terms of exotic weapons that will make the biggest splash in Arc 3.0, we start with the Cloud Strike. This exotic sniper could potentially become one of the most lethal weapons in the game with Arc 3.0. Its exotic perks, Mortal Polarity and Stormbringer, will effectively keep your enemies chained with devastating lightning attacks on both rapid hits and precision kills. This is already an immensely strong exotic both in PvE and PvP, and will surely be a coveted exotic for Arc 3.0. The Cloud Strike is a random drop from Empire Hunts, but is only available through the Beyond Light DLC. While on the topic of snipers, the Darcy will once again have its time to shine. This heavy arc sniper gets enhanced target acquisition and significant precision damage buff when the personal assistance is active. At one point in Destiny 2, Darcy was looked at as one of the highest DPS weapons in the game, alongside of the Whisper of the Worm. And with the changes that we'll see with Arc 3.0, the Darcy may very well reclaim that position. The Trinity Ghoul will be another standout exotic when you factor in the addition of its catalyst. Trinity Ghoul fires a spread of 3 arrows that chain lightning similar to that of Cloud Strike. And with the catalyst, it doesn't require precision shots, making it a monster at clearing adds, and will synergize extremely well with Arc 3.0. Next up is the Risk Runner. It's no surprise that the Risk Runner would be the perfect fit for Arc 3.0 builds. This exotic SMG will likely be the new meta in Season 18. This thing is just too good already. When taking arc damage, the Risk Runner becomes stronger, provides an arc overshield, creates chain lightning, and returns ammo. It's ridiculous, and it's only going to get better with Arc 3.0, bearing some sort of nerf to its perks, which I really hope doesn't happen. The last exotic weapon that we'll touch base on today will be the Anarchy. This heavy exotic grenade launcher fires arc traps that deals significant amount of damage over time. The only other weapon in the game that can deal out the same levels of damage over time is the Wither Horde. This exotic is already a coveted weapon for in-game content, and can only get better when Arc 3.0 arrives. With weapons out of the way, let's take a look at some of the exotic armor pieces for each class that will make the most impact with those Arc 3.0 builds. Starting with Titans. The Insurmountable Skull Fort. This helmet will trigger health regen and recharge your melee after kills with charged arc melees. The Syntheseps. These exotic gauntlets will increase the lunge distance of your melee and increase the damage of your melee and supers when surrounded by enemies. The Cuirass of the Falling Star. This chest piece increases the impact damage of Thunder Crash by 100% and provides an extended overshield while thunder crashing. Pretty good perk to have. And since the Risk Runner will surely become a go-to in Arc loadouts, the Dune Marcher boots will provide astonishing synergy. Dune Marchers increase sprint speed and builds up a static charge which is released on melee attacks. This charge chains damage to nearby enemies and increases the overall damage of your melee. Hunters have a lot to be excited for as well. To start, we have Blight Ranger Helm, attacks that are reflected by your arc staff have a 650% damage increase, which is just absolutely insane. Bright Ranger also creates more orbs for your allies with your Arc Staff. Liar's Handshake is probably the best exotic gauntlets Arc Hunters could ask for. The Cross Counter perk gives you a 200% boost to your melee attacks after performing a charged melee or being hit by a melee. The Radion Flux exotic chest piece will be a hard exotic to pass up in Arc 3.0 builds, as it increases the damage and extends the duration of Arc Staff on quick successive attacks with your Arc Staff. Alternatively though, the Lucky Raspberry exotic chest piece will increase the chaining capabilities of Arc Bolt grenades and has a chance of fully restoring grenade energy each time damage is dealt by those Arc Bolts. Both of these exotic chest pieces will synergize exceptionally well with Arc 3.0. Warlocks may have the most benefit from Arc 3.0 when it comes to the synergy that exotics bring, as there are several Arc-based Warlock exotics in the game currently. The first is the Crown of Tempest. Arc ability kills increase the recharge rate of your Arc abilities and extend the duration of Storm Trance. The Getaway Artist Gauntlets are a bit of a wild card for me. It really just depends on what changes are going to be made when it comes to Arc Buddies with Arc 3.0. But as it stands right now, these gauntlets can be especially beneficial as you can convert your grenade into a supercharged Arc Buddy without even having to change your subclass tree. Storm Dancer's Brace exotic chest will surely make a heavy impact on Arc 3.0. Each target you defeat with Storm Trance increases the damage that you deal with it and refunds your super energy when Storm Trance ends. Last but not least, the Geomag Stabilizers. Hands down, the highest form of Arc DPS for Warlocks. Damaging targets with Chaos Reach extends its duration up to double the normal time. When Arc 3.0 arrives, you can expect to see Geomags as a staple in top DPS Arc builds for Warlocks. And with that being said, that's going to wrap things up for the exotic weapons and armor that you will want to have at the ready when Arc 3.0 arrives in Season 18. Are there any exotics that you feel will synergize well with Arc 3.0 that we missed? Let us know in the comments below. I hope you've enjoyed today's video and found it helpful. If so, then please be sure to hit that like button below, along with the subscribe button if you're new. Both are greatly appreciated and do help support the channel. Until next time, Guardians, this has been Profane, wishing you some happy hunting.